Hello, my name is Gregory. This is my solution to Project 4, where we were to define three functions that work using the customized data type myList from the book. And so we'll go over the code and then we'll run the example. So first I have the infix R 5 cons, which changes the cons function to a right associative on precedence level 5 that I got from the example. Then we have the data type that was defined in the book for the myList data type. And then we go into the functions. We have three recursive functions. So the first recursive function is the product function, and it returns or it computes the product of all of the integers in a myList. And so the base case here is if the empty is an empty list and it's one, and if it's the recursive case would be you multiply the head x by the product of the rest of xs, and then we have the second function here, which is the append, and this function concatenates two myList values, and so it will concatenate the second list to the end of the first list. And here we have a base case where if the list is empty, the first list is empty, then it will return the second list. And then a recursive case will say that we will keep x and append the rest. And then we have the third function, which is called the reverse, which, as the name states, it reverses a myList, and it uses here a helper function. And so it builds the reverse list step by step. And we have a base case wherein the list is empty, and we return the accumulated reverse list. And then the recursive case here is that we move the head x to the front of the accumulator. And so here at the bottom, we also have some variables defined in the examples on test cases. So we'll go ahead now and run this code and see the results we get. Okay. So here, if you look at the data types for all of the functions, you'll see that it matches what was provided in the example. And then in the test variables below, value A is basically a custom myList variable with the integers 1 to 3. And then value B is another myList with the values 4, 5. And then C is we concatenate A and B. So B is concatenated to A. So you see first is A, which is 1, 2, 3. And then the B is concatenated onto that. So it's 4, 5. And then D is the product of the value C, which is basically 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, which will get 120. And then E here is the reverse of C. So we just reverse C. So you get obviously 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so this is my solution to Project 4. Thank you.